Welcome to Shenzhen for the first game of game day 4. It is the 44th ranked Philippines going up against the 54th ranked Lebanon. I'm Julia Montesano and I'm joined by Laurie Chiswick in commentary. Laurie, welcome to you. We have a big final day of group games to come, starting with this one here today.
Well, I'm excited for this one because the equation for this game is very straightforward. Win and you book your ticket to one of the qualifying tournaments for the 2026 FIBA Women's World Cup. Lose and you will be playing in the classification game to determine who stays in Division A and who drops to Division B. So a really important game for both teams.
Australia and Japan round out the first and second place in Group B. And of course this game is big for these two teams as we welcome them out onto the floor. And we'll start with Lebanon. It was a bit of a bizarre performance against Australia, going down by 79 points just one day after they challenged Japan to a 4-point win. I wonder how they respond today, Laurie.
Well, how they respond is really interesting. And the question that comes to mind when looking at this Lebanon team is who coach Paul Kofter plays in today's game. Against Australia, his 5 main contributors were subbed off during the first quarter, not to return for the rest of the game. And that certainly gave other players some opportunities, such as 19-year-old Lebanon, who top scored with 11 points, and Raful, who had 9. Given the importance of this game, it's going to be really interesting to see what his rotations look like.
Lebanon coming onto the court right now. 6 appearances in the Asia Cup. Their highest finish was 5th in 2011, so they'll be hoping to try and get to that point, but a big game today that they've got to focus on. Coach Paul Kofter on the screen. You're feeling the pressure of this game for sure. The Philippines are now making their way out onto the floor. They had a similar story to Lebanon in that they also challenged Japan. They had an 18-0 run in the fourth quarter to lose by just 3 points. They would sense an opportunity here today to keep that form going.
Well, that game was just so agonizingly close to causing an upset. They came storming back, as you mentioned, in that final term after being down by 20 points at the start of the quarter and then outscoring Japan 25-8. And while they'll be disappointed, it will also give them a lot of confidence going into today's game against Lebanon. Anaman had a standout game with 24 points and 14 rebounds and will need to replicate those numbers for her team to come out on top.
2 youngsters rounding out the Philippines team. Coach Patrick Aquino, he's done a great job with this team to date. We'll now stand and pause for the national anthems of the Philippines and Lebanon.
Please remain steady for the national anthem. Philippines, 请保持肃立，奏菲律宾国歌。
Sa langit mong buhaw, may hanggang
请坐 Pairs bringing each other. 第一共同相互地 of their center games. 交换礼物。
We now see the two teams coming together in the middle of the court to exchange gifts. Of course, coming up after this, it is Korea up against Indonesia before China takes on New Zealand to round out a big final group day of games here in Shenzhen in China. Let's introduce tonight's referees for the game. Yeon Chun-yup from Hong Kong, Isam Asiabi from Oman, and Chen Min-yong from Singapore. Always a big game for them as well as the players. And we're now going to get into the starting lineup, and this is the one we've been waiting for. It'll be very interesting to see who Paul Kofter rolls out to start the game tonight. We know, as Alori mentioned earlier on, we know all the usual starters play limited minutes against Australia. Let's see who he's gone with tonight. He's going to back in Elias Fayyad, Ael Archer, and Mansour, Laurie.
He's gone back with, well, he's actually started both games with those players, but as you mentioned, they played limited minutes against Australia, but they will be fired up. They'll be rested now that they didn't play a lot of minutes, and they'll have something to prove out there, that, you know, the importance of this game. All those players are quality players. I think Archer could give the Philippines a little bit of difficulty with the matchup.
Here is the Team Philippines. A disappointing start to the tournament against Australia, but they found some form against Japan, which they could take into today's game. Their starting five is De Jesus, Sorada, Ozar, Animam, and Panganiban.
Again, they've gone with a consistent lineup. They'll start those first two games as well. And the thing I like about Animan is she had a quiet game the first game and then just came out and was a different player the second game. And as I mentioned, she is really going to need to focus. And I think it'll be really interesting to see the matchup between her and Elias going toe-to-toe in the big department.
There is Coach Paul Kofter. He would be expecting a big response from his team here tonight. Uncharacteristic 79-point loss against Australia after such a promising performance against Japan, only going down by the 4 points. He's going to address his players for one final time as we count down to tip-off. And here is Coach Patrick Aquino. Well, he looks like he's remaining as upbeat as ever with his team. We know he's always a positive coach who loves playing in these sort of big tournaments. Well, as we count down to tip-off, I think both teams would have kept an eye on this game as a potential opportunity for a breakthrough win if it had, you know, sort of happened that they were to lose the first two games, which unfortunately both teams have, but they'd be sensing an opportunity here today.
Well, both teams want to finish in third spot on the ladder and be able to then cross over with some team, whatever team makes second place in Pool A, and not be in that final position, which we talked about. You have a final game to be relegated, and so neither team will want to put themselves under that pressure in that position and will want to come out, start strongly. It's important both teams start strongly. Both teams have pace, both teams have physicality, so I think we'll have a really even matchup in today's game.
It's the 44th ranked Philippines against the 54th ranked Lebanon. Philippines finished 6th in the 2023 Asia Cup. Lebanon finished 7th. So everything about these teams suggests that it'll be a really close game. Both teams making their way out onto the floor for the final game of Group B. This will determine who finishes third. Australia first, Japan second. Question is, who will be third? Who will be fourth? Welcome to Shenzhen in China for the final group stage game for the Philippines and Lebanon. Who will finish third and survive a relegation game? Philippines get the ball to start off this one. De Jesus came to life in the fourth quarter against Japan. So too did Anamam in the whole game, and she started where she's left off.
That's a different matchup than we expected. Archer's on her, just using her athleticism and her quickness to try and stem the flow of Animan. But Animan was just had too much finesse there for Archer to be able to stop her.
Well, the Philippines captain, she's the heart and soul of this team, and as you mentioned, Laurie, bounced back in a big way against Japan. 24 points, 14 rebounds and 3 assists after just 2 points and going 1 from 11 from the field against Australia. Goes 0 from 2 at the line. It allows Archer to get on the move. And she might go all the way. Jillian Archer, what a start for Lebanon.
Well, that's the one player I identified that may be a bit of a trouble for the Philippines to guard, just with her speed and athleticism.
Animam now. De Jesus couldn't finish on the reverse, but again a foul. Elias a bit sore after that.
Just a nice pass by Animam, just slightly in front of De Jesus so that she was able to get it, gather it, and then work on her reverse layup, but was fouled in the process.
Sorry, that was Fayad that was feeling a bit sore in the process. She looks like she's going to stay out there and line up. Vanessa De Jesus. 9 points and 3 rebounds against Australia. And then she came alive in that fourth term, like I mentioned, with 13 points and 6 assists for the game against Japan. We identified her in that game, Laurie, as someone who's a real barometer for this team, so you sense she'll have to step up once again today.
Well, step up at the offensive end, but also if she's matched up on Ahil, we know that how explosive and powerful Ahil can be in scoring-wise. And yes, they are matched up.
And she wins a steal on the defensive end, like you called for, Laurie. Here she goes offensively. De Jesus, authoritative start.
Well, she's not waiting till the fourth quarter to have an impact on this game. She has come out ready to play.
27 points in the first game against Japan.
So that wasn't a really aggressive show by Jack Animam on that on-ball screen. Stayed with a double screen, or with a double, and forced Ahil into turning the ball over.
Azar crossing over at Elias. Stays with the Philippines just. Azar gets the rebound. De Jesus falls short. Archer doing really well defensively already. Ahil looking to control the pace here. Still with the captain. Tripped as she went to the rim. She stayed patient, kept the ball in her hand.
Well, she did, and the whole time she was probing and looking for her teammates to see if anybody else was open, to see if a driving lane would open up for her, and that's exactly what happened, and she went to the basket.
Wants to find Elias, and then gets it back. Single figures now for Rebecca Ahil. Dishes it to Mansour. Has to put it up. Amara Mansour gets the rebound. Fayad with long three. Not quite that time. Ponganiban. She's so creative, the 19-year-old. De Jesus. She's had a nice start to this game. Gets it back from Animam. And goes over the top of Archer.
What is the mindset of De Jesus, just coming out and looking for every option for herself and for her teammates. Great start.
She scored all the Philippines 6 points at the moment. Mansour to Archer. Getting to work on Serrata. Adibam, great help. Ozar. Serrata, Ponganiban. Can't get it to go. The bench really wanted that one to go in. They were willing it. Archer, athletic catch, gets her own rebound. Jillian Archer, all heart.
Well, you can see her, the emotion that's on her face after she scored that, the effort that went into running first, then getting that rebound, putting it back. She is pumped.
6 points for De Jesus, 4 for Archer. It's been a weird old game. Panganiban joins the scorers list. Mansour, a host of young guns going head-to-head on this court, which is fantastic to see. Mansour crossing over.
Foul called before the action of shooting. It'll be a sideline ball.
We're going to have our first sub of the game. De La Rosa will come on to replace Serrada, so a bit of extra height out there for the Philippines.
She'll have the job on Archer.
Okay, we are going to the review for the 2 or 3 points they make before the foul, opposite. 3 point. Okay, we go for the main camera. Yeah. Before that. Yeah, before that. Going backward. Yeah, going backward. Yes, this one. Yeah. This one. Yeah. Yeah. And give me another angle. Yes. Order on the 9. 2 points. Okay? 2 points. Confirm. Okay. We are going to, after the review, 2 point make. 2 point.
Nice review there by the referees. You sense every single point is going to count in this game. You see Panganiban's foot on the line. Archer to Fayyad, has a look from long range. Adibab secures the rebound. De Jesus on the move once again. Ozar. Panganiban. Animam. Might go herself on Archer. Jack Adibab. Now the opposite captain, Atel for Lebanon. Wants to find Mansour. Goes in board, then kicks it out. Archer feeling it so far in this game. One more to come.
Look at her reaction after she made that shot. That was tough. She had to go around and get in front of Anaman.
Julian Archer feeling it in Shenzhen. Good energy from the bench. It's a good response here from Lebanon. Can't convert the N1, but Mansour's there for the rebounds. Atel, can she join the scorers list? Not quite that time. So Jillian Archer with all 6 points for Lebanon so far. De Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, she's having an excellent start.
Well, she's, again, just like a different player out there at the start of this game. She's continued from that 4th quarter, and it's really good to see for the Philippines.
She fouls Atel there on defense. Can tell what she was trying to do for sure. She's got 8 points so far in this game, De Jesus. And now an opportunity for Rebecca Atel to get involved. 2 subs for the Philippines. Sugapong and Pastrana replace Panganiban and Ozar.
Sugapong has played some really quality minutes in both games coming off the bench. She doesn't try and do too much, but she's really effective in what she does do.
Coming off 4 steals against Japan. Alongside the 12 points, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. And look at the speed of De Jesus. Hands off to Animam, and she's facilitating everything out there at the moment.
Well, the whole way up the floor, Mansour was just beside her and she's able to get in front of her and cut off the defender. Therefore, another player had to help out and she just made a nice pass into her teammate, Anaman.
Mansour finds some space. Anaman with the boards. Pastrana, she loves a long three-point shot. This time goes inboard and she gets on the score sheet.
Really good looks from Philippines. They look like they're playing with a lot of confidence right now, but we certainly know that Lebanon can change that around. We saw how they played against Japan.
Beautiful shot by Pastrana. It'll force a timeout for Paul Kofter. We're going to head inside his huddle and see what he has to say to his players very shortly.
Face off our fan. Let's go. Jack's getting every rebound. When we shoot, crash the water. Shoot,
A couple of clear messages from Coach Paul Kofter. One is Anaman's getting all the boards, so they need to block her out, one, and crash the boards, two. He wanted them to play with more pace, too. So when they do secure a rebound, get up the floor, push it, because that's when they look so good, is when they play at that pace.
Anaman with the 3 rebounds to go with 4 points. Philippines lead 16 points to 8. 4 minutes 20 remaining in the first term. Elias steps into the shot. It falls short. Sugapong, she picks up the pace offensively and she gets it to go.
That's where you play at pace.
3 straight baskets for the Philippines. The captain, she was very active in that timeout. Feeds Elias, that's better.
Nice spin move by Ahil.
Pastrana already got 2 points from the same spot, gets the same result.
Why not? The pull-up jumper is back.
Archer this time couldn't catch it.
It was the exact right idea. Archer just got in the back of the defender's head. They didn't see her at all, and it just would have been an automatic layup if the pass had been executed.
Now Lebanon look to their bench. Raful and Galeb coming on for Elias and Fayad. We know the bench got a lot of exposure against Australia, and the youngsters, what an opportunity for them to step up, test themselves out against the second-ranked team in the world. De Jesus. Cut off by Ahil. She's got Pastrana up ahead of her. Rebecca Ahil just too heavy on the shot. Mansour again, great crashing the boards. Now Lebanon could go again. Ahil with an aggressive move. De Jesus collects the rebound. Speaking of aggression, she's come out with plenty in this game. Pastrana.
Thought about it.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful find. Serrano all alone, just couldn't finish it off. A big opportunity here for Lebanon. Mansour slips. Galeb keeps it in, and then Serrano taps it out. Panganiban and Anaman return to the floor. De La Rosa and De Jesus will take a seat. De Jesus sits down with 8 points, 3 from 4 from the field.
Well, not only that, but the way she defended Ahil was really exceptional. So now that job goes to Sugapong.
Ademar another rebound. Sugapong. Panganiban. Still with the youngster. Finds Serrata. And then Animab all on her own. Doesn't quite get the finish. Wanted to improve the angle, and it cost her. And now Panganiban with her signature speed. Up and down basketball, and this time Animab definitely found. 2 shots to come.
That was a great 3-on-2 fast break situation. Spread the defense out. Made the decision whether she was going to pull up and shoot it as she has in the past, but she saw her streaming teammate in Animan going right to the point of the rim, and it was a great pass. Animan gets to the line now.
So not her night so far from the free throw line, Animab.
Well, the team as a whole struggles from the three-point line. Overall, for the 2 games, 38%. And when it comes to, and we always say this, when it comes to a close game, a 2 or 3 point game, those foul shots just make the difference.
Absolutely right. Luckily for them, they have a 21-10 lead at the moment. A minute 30 left in the opening period. Mansour. Still with Ahmad Mansour. Breaks free, but gets fouled. She'll play that really cleverly.
Well, Lebanon started in the horns action with 2 players at the elbow extended, and once they got through that first action, though, there was not a lot of movement, and luckily Mansour kept her dribble alive.
She burst onto the scene against Japan with 19 points, 47% from the field, 7 rebounds and 5 assists. And then against Australia, she just saw the 6 minutes on the court. So she'd be hoping for a big response today. Already crashing the boards today, as you saw. Panganiban to Pastrana. And now Animab. Back to Keds Pastrana. Wow. Oh, she's feeling it too.
Bit of a rainbow shot way up there.
And it gets cut off. Once again, the Philippines on a roll here. Azar wanted to find Panganiban. Eventually it gets to her. Animab, another rebound. She's been dominating the board so far. Puts the bodywork on Archer and it pays off.
Good to see Animan after that slow first game. Great second game, and now being consistent in this game as well, because they really need her performing. Great double team there, very aggressive.
Galib, much needed, doesn't get the desired results. Sugapong hits the deck, and then Animab keeps it moving, bringing the ball down.
Shows her guard skills.
Sugapong for 3. Animab again finds herself in the right spot at the right time. Strength from Jack Animab.
Her work rate is through the roof right now, Animan. Getting a big board at the other end, kicking ahead, then running the length of the floor, going in after the rebounds.
You can see why she's exhausted. Quick sub for the Philippines here. Pagdulagan's going to replace Ozar. Animab with 9 points and 6 rebounds already in this game. Double digits for the Philippines captain. Meanwhile, the Lebanon captain, she's yet to score. She's got the 2 points. They've just trapped her at every opportunity. She's got the ball. At the end of the first quarter, it's the Philippines 29, leading Lebanon 12. An excellent start for the Philippines. They've come out with a bit of intent. Lebanon have had some great work through Archer, but have yet to hit a 3. Philippines have had the 1, and they've shot better from 2-point range as well.
Well, I think the Philippines have just come out a little bit more organized, a little bit more energy. Their defense, whilst I think that the Lebanon's had some good open looks. I feel like Philippines have been just disruptive enough to take Lebanon out of any sort of tempo or rhythm that they have. So they've been active with their hands, they've been getting some deflections, which has resulted in really some nice transition baskets. We saw some nice pull-up jump shots by Pastrana, good running of the floor by Animan. So right now, absolutely, the Philippines are dominating this game in every aspect.
And it's been different players at different times. We saw De Jesus come to life at the start of the game. Animal's been solid through the middle patch. And then Pastrana with some fireworks right at the end.
Well, I have to agree, and I think that De Jesus, I mean, she came out with a real scoring mindset, but she also knew that their best player in Ahil she needed to lock her down, and I thought she did a really good job. I give some credit to Ahil. She hasn't dropped her head. You know, she's still fighting. She's still trying to get her teammates involved. And we know that Lebanon can come back. We certainly saw that against Japan. So it's important that the Philippines keep going, keep the rhythm going, and keep the intensity up.
Download the Courtside 1891 app where you can watch live streams, extended highlights, and stay up to date with the world of international basketball. So we see out of the break, Laban heading onto the court for her first minutes for Lebanon. De Jesus is going to return to the floor as well.
Both Archer and Ail have played the full 10 minutes in that first quarter.
Good start here. That's exactly what Coach Paul Kofter would have wanted from his point guard, Laban.
And as we mentioned at the opener, Laban did a good job when she was given her opportunity to play some minutes.
It's going to be a great little patch here. Two 19-year-old point guards are going to go head-to-head. So we're going to see the future of each team in action. Paul Kofter has subbed off his captain, Rebecca A'u. Megan Nassan will come on for her first minutes of the game. Panganiban. De Jesus from the corner. Nassan. Off to Laban. I know it wasn't in the circumstances they would have wanted, but good for the bench players to get so many minutes against Australia. And now they can go into this game with confidence that they can turn it around. Bagdulagan steps through. Somehow finds her own rebound. Then gets it to De Jesus. Oh, nice feed to Animan Galib.
Really good connection between those two. They've played together for a number of years now, De Jesus and Animan. 4 seconds on the clock.
Patrick Aquino saying, go, 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 Panganiban. Short. Laban. Gets swatted away from her. Pagdulagan with some smothering defense. And then Laban hits the deck. Nassan, Archer screaming for it in the background. Galib from the corner. Archer finally gets her opportunity, and then it gets swatted out of her hands. Then gets it back. Good persistence from Julian Archer.
Really good persistence, and also from her teammate, Galib.
Heavy foul on Pagdulagan. Archer now up to 8 points for the game. Lebanon have got the first 2 baskets of the second term. It prompts coach Patrick Aquino to make a sub. Sarada replacing Pastrana. A bit more experience out there. Anima turns and goes. And a travel call. So Lebanon have got some momentum here.
They do. They've come up with some really good defensive stops and have been putting the pressure on offensively.
More experience out there on the floor. Kate Castillo comes on for her first minutes. The oldest player on this Philippines lineup at just 28, mind you. Laban, double team, then it works. Panganiban. Looking for Animam. Lebanon have worked it out. Lebanon off and running. Raful. Yeah. Offensive foul.
DeSuze recognized that she was coming. Well and truly set before she arrived.
Second foul for Raful. De Jesus is continuing her defensive and offensive prowess out there. Dumps it to Serrata, then gets it back to Jesus. Can't get the scoring started for the Philippines yet in this second term. Laban. Athletic catch and finish again from Archer.
Really good pass from Laban. Just a nice time.
Amy Olive, another foul to her name. Let's see here, the beautiful little finger roll sort of assist there from Laban. Archer happy to oblige and get herself in the double digits, 10 points and 6 rebounds. De La Rosa replaces Serrata for the Philippines. Now Patrick Aquino on the back foot all of a sudden. His team still leading this one, 29-18. Castillo. Animam. They've got 5 seconds to find a way to the basket. Animam tries to find Panganiban, who just has to put it up. Better defense here from Lebanon. The energy is lifted.
Well, it certainly has, and when the Philippines are putting the ball to the floor, not really going downhill, it's really just taking time off the clock and giving Lebanon a chance to pressure them. I think they need to move the ball quickly through some passing before they put it to the floor and make sure they're going downhill.
Speaking of going downhill, Archer, oh, De La Rosa got in the way. Archer has an opportunity at the line. She has been unstoppable today.
Well, she has, and it's really good to see. She's their naturalized player. She's come in here replacing another great naturalized player in Baptiste, and she looks like she just wants to drag her teammates with her.
She's played all over the world, of course in Lebanon, Greece, even Australia. She's got her 11th point of the game here tonight. Cut the margin now to 10. Just played the 10 minutes against the Opals the other day. And against Japan, she had that double-double with 10 points and 12 rebounds. She's already surpassed the points tally here. And a good sub here by Paul Kofta, because Rebecca Ael now can capitalize on some of this momentum that the bench players have really done well to create. De Jesus. Still with her. Animam. Trying to find her way through. Panganiban again in that corner. This time she hits it. That's a good response there from the Philippines.
Good extra pass by Castillo to her teammate in the corner, and just a nice quick release.
Archer feeling hot. Can't get it back from Laban. Panganiban, can she go back to back, or can Castillo join in the fun? Scoops it to De La Rosa. Didn't work out. It will be a Lebanon ball. Mansour now back on the floor. So Lebanon with their starters, and also Nassan. Ael. Fayad steps into the triple. Daniela Fayad.
That was Ael getting her feet in the paint, kicking it out to Archer, and then one extra pass to the wide open Fayad. Really good offense from Lebanon.
Animam back to her rebounding best now. Still can't get the shot to go. Really picked up the defense on Anima.
De Jesus needs to go back to her early mindset. She's gone a little bit quiet right now. She is facilitating a bit, but she needs to create for herself. She needs to make sure that she stays involved in this game, both offensively and defensively. Big task guarding Ahil, but she's got to do that.
Panganiban. Here is De Jesus. There's 1 second left on the shot clock. They don't realize it. Violation before the shot was hit. A few times that's been the case for the Philippines in the tournament. Azar keeps it in.
Great job by Azar.
De Jesus, great find. Anubam still can't get the finish she requires in the second term. It allows Ahil to go. And she gets to go to the free throw line for the second time in the game.
Ahil is just so tough. You can see there the physicality, and she is not taking a backward step. She is just going at it, and she has the ability to finish those shots too.
Third foul for Azar. You can see she has the right idea, just not much you can do when she's running full speed at you. Second free throw is good. Pastrana will now replace Azar. De La Rosa's going to inbound. Panganiban. Going up against the Lebanese captain. Pulls up.
Oh,
Wow. That's so tough.
So tough. Ahil actually was there with a hand in her face. I don't think she was expecting her to shoot it from that distance or that early. Great shot.
Here she is defending her now. And a travel call. The 19-year-old for the Philippines stepping up on the big stage.
They need to run a play for Panangiban right now. Another three-point play.
Unbelievable poise from the teenager. Fajardo likes it. A timeout called on the floor by Lebanon. 4 minutes 24 remaining in the second quarter. Philippines lead this one 35-24. They've overcome a bit of a run from Paul Kofta's team. Let's see what he has to say to his players.
So we lost our energy for a second. We came back and then we got tired. We lost our energy. Now we have to regroup. 4 minutes. Go back to 4 minutes.
Well, Kofta wants his side to regroup. He's right, they've got 4 minutes here to try and go into halftime with a bit of momentum. They went on an 8-0 run to start the second term. And then Panganiban hit 2 big threes to get the Philippines back in this one and stem Lebanon's run a little bit here and maintain her side's lead. Panganiban now gets herself up to 8 points. De Jesus also a focus in that timeout for Paul Kofta. Here she is getting to work, stepping back. Not knocking it down. Ahil. Yet to score a field goal. Lebanon have another opportunity here.
De La Rosa is doing a really good job inside there, just using her height and her length to get some deflections, be a bit of a shot blocker.
Hassan. aggressive move. She gets to go to the line for 2.
You can see Philippines' intent to double anything coming off the on-ball screen and then try and anticipate where that next pass is going to and get a steal from it. Make the life difficult for Lebanon to, you know, that pass out of the double on the on-ball isn't easy.
De La Rosa is going to come off the floor for Pastrana. Nassan gets the first one to go.
Lebanon as a team are shooting the free throws at 74%.
Second one's good to go as well. Margin back to single digits. Panganiban. Still with her. Trying to cross over Fayyad. Then finds Pastrana. She loves a deep 3. Archer, another rebound. L on the move. Archer found free. That's not what the Philippines would have planned to do.
I'll thought that, or was going to use the on-ball screen. Anima just over-anticipated that, stepped out, and Archer slipped to the basket and was wide open.
Archer continuing her great run in this game. What can Animam do to respond on the offensive end? Her shot falls short. Can't get through the Lebanese defense. Ael to Archer. Nassan goes herself, chucks it up, and again, she finds herself going to the line.
Well, the Philippines are struggling right now with containment and with dribble penetration. When they catch the ball and they're defending, they're up so close that as soon as they put it to the ground, they're immediately in trouble.
That's why Patrick Aquino has called a timeout for his team. They're leading 35-28, but Lebanon are coming hard. 2 minutes 52 remaining in till halftime, and they want to go in with the momentum and prevent the Philippines from getting a bit of a run. We'll see if we can listen in to what the coach has to say.
I want you to push. Once you get at least guarding, I want you to run right there. I want you to get tired. How are you going to get tired with like this? Come on! All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Same playing. Jab, Angel, stand here, be here, be here. All right. Get up, hand off, and then up here, and then all those horns. Guys, we can
Message was pretty clear from Coach Patrick Aquino. Run, run, run. Get that energy back, and that's really the start in the first quarter. That's where they got a lot of their baskets, is they put a lot of pressure on the defense very early. So he wants them to get that energy back, look to push the ball up the floor, and just really regain that in the last 2 minutes and 52 seconds, that momentum.
Megan Nassan at the line. Has 2 points for the night. Unable to convert the first free throw. Plays for Al Riyadi in Lebanon, which Paul Koft is also the coach of. So she'd be familiar with his style. That's the second one to go. 35 plays 29 now. Sugapong gets it back from Animam. Pastrana gets it back to Jesus. Sugapong steps into the shot, knocks it down.
That was pretty good defense by Lebanon, and an even better shot. Good ball movement, just exactly what Patrick Aquino asked for. The ball movement was hard, it wasn't lethargic. Every movement was made with precision.
They hustle back. Archer was left alone once again.
Well, they've got to sort out that defense, that communication there, because that's twice that they've lapsed in the defense from the pick and roll, the high pick and roll, and Archer has been wide open underneath.
Atl to inbound from the baseline. Fayad loves a corner three. Pastrana finds De Jesus. Yet to score in this term. Does she get her opportunity here? Nassan, she read it better. The 19-year-old bumps. And again, finds her way to the line. She's causing havoc down there. That looked like a bit of a lethargic pass attempt. Nassan read it best. Put the body work on De Jesus. Just needs to start converting these free throws. But bit by bit, Lebanon closing the margin here. Down by 17 points at quarter time. Now down by just 7. Ella Fajardo on the court to bring some energy. De La Rosa also back out there for De Jesus and Animam. So a chance for the Philippines bench to run out this quarter. De La Rosa slips. Serrata, the only starter out there. Doesn't get the shot to go. Atl. They're just being so aggressive. I think that might be a double dribble, yeah.
Oh, you're going to go for a coach's challenge very early.
Very interesting. Let's see if he's permitted to do it. Let's see. I think she argued that it's got taken away from her. I don't think he's allowed to do the challenge. Sugapong. To Pastrana.
Well, there's no doubt Lebanon have upped the tempo defensively. They've got much better active hands.
Hassan's been a bit of a barometer for them out there. Steals on one end, drives on the other. Here's the double dribble, or not, yeah, the double dribble again. Sorry, that was the out of bounds play. Contact there. They're not making it easy for Atl.
Well, she'll have shots as well because they're in the bonus situation.
It's been the only chance for Atl to get her points tonight. She's 3 from 4 from the line. She's really had to earn it. Game 1, she had 27 points, shot 40% from the field, and got 12 rebounds against Japan. She was absolutely everywhere. Against Australia, the 7 minutes and 1 assist.
Well, right now they've scored 13 points from the free throw line. That's significant in the outcome of this game right now.
So Lebanon getting themselves back on top with a minute left. In terms of momentum, that is. The scoreline suggests the Philippines are still in the lead. De La Rosa increases it.
They certainly needed that steady basket.
40 seconds left now. Atl. Fayad. Archer. Back on the scoring sheet.
Again, she just moves so well when that her defender leaves to help out. The passers have done a great job of getting it to her in the right spot.
Sugapong. Great response.
Should be one more shot left in this quarter, in this half.
A nice little late flurry from the Philippines. How did Lebanon respond? With the corner three! can't get the shot to go. We have a game on our hands here at halftime in Shenzhen. At the end of the second quarter, the Philippines 41 lead Lebanon 37. Well, it was a fast finish to the second period. Lebanon definitely improved in that term, Laurie, to get themselves right back in this game.
Well, I think it certainly came on the back of some really intense defense where they upped the ante that way and made life much more difficult for the Philippines. Philippines looked certainly to me a little flat that second half of the second quarter, and I think that was in part due to the upped the intensity that and we heard Patrick Aquino in the timeout talk about more energy, run, let's go, and they just seem to drop off. So I'm sure they'll be addressing that at halftime. But you can see the top scorers. Archer really dominating with 16 points. She's had an unbelievably great game.
Yeah, and Anamam with her 10 points. It was all in the first term. Yet to see the scoreboard in the second term. Let's look at the second quarter best plays. Lebanon got right back on top in that game, outscoring the Philippines 25 points to 12. The Philippines, they feel a sigh of relief. They're still leading at halftime, but it's been back and forth. Both teams have experienced momentum runs.
Well, we could just see there a couple of times the athleticism and the strength of Archer. But you know what? It's the timing of the passes, too. They have to get it to her. They've timed it perfectly up in the air. She uses her leap to get it in the air, not bring it down and finish. And so you give credit to her guards as well. But as I mentioned, I think their defense is what spurted their offense on. But some great shots there by young Pangandiban. She was really instrumental in keeping the Philippines involved and you know, not letting it run away completely for Lebanon.
Bench has played a big role in that term, trying to get their teams up and about. Take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more FIBA Women's Asia Cup action coming up.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot. Earned. Taken.
Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
Forged in sweat, ruled by queens. When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
Mauli, one way, then the other. Stephanie Mauli gets Japan in the lead. Paul Goris needs to call a timeout. It was all Japan at the moment. She's been immense. Count the points, one more to come. Yeah, Louis, showing her skills.
That's why they need her back on the court.
Hokianga has to be careful here. Karen right there with her. Hokianga remains with the play. Winnica came from behind.
I think Karen thought she just did enough on that spin move to be able to finish strongly and out of nowhere.
George kicks it back out to Blitzars and then Boulez. Beautiful pass from George and Boulez finishes it off.
That was great connection.
Bringing Lee and Hong out onto the floor. Yasu comes over the top with a bit of a flex on her as well. And a quick play here from Australia. Boulez, instant response for 80 points.
she's got a good first quick step.
Karen gets it from Gradita. Behind the back, Gradita, the Chandra, that's from Indonesia.
That was a great little move by Gradita. And a nice finish by Chandra. They need a little bit more of that action.
Quick release required here for Korea. Anheji! She breaks it in!
That was beyond halfway. Oh my goodness, what a shot! Even the crowd are clapping. I think they appreciate that. Wow!
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
Welcome back to Shenzhen, where it's the Philippines leading Lebanon by 4 points at halftime. We're now looking at Lebanon's top scorer, who is Jillian Archer with 16 points. She also has the 8 rebounds and has been pretty much everywhere today, Laurie.
Well, she has just had everything, all her goods on display, her athleticism, her speed, her strength, her timing of things, and as you mentioned, her rebounding as well as her scoring has really put her as really the player to look out for right now.
She's had an excellent night so far. 7 from 8 from the field, 2 from 3 from the free throw line. And defensively, she has just been locking down, running end to end and causing real issues for the Philippines defense, who have been caught out a few times out of position, and she's been able to find a way all alone.
Well, the other thing is that she's just really, she's got a lot of energy out there, and she's willing her team to come along with her and, you know, just make sure that they've got the enthusiasm and are ready to play.
The top scorer for the Philippines is Jack Animal with 10 points, 2 from 5 from the free throw line, 4 from 8 from 2-point range. We know she started the game super well, and one thing we know about the Philippines captain is that she'll keep fighting her way through.
Well, she was much more of an influence in the first quarter than she was the second quarter, but we know that she has the ability to come out and, you know, play that whole game. We saw that in the big game she had against Japan, and so we expect her, and she, I'm sure, expects from herself that she's got to be that inside presence. She's got to be a target in there. However, Lebanon are doing a good job of making life pretty difficult for her because they do know that she's a focus. But if she does get doubled, tripled, there's got to be movement outside so that she has options to pass it to.
Well, both teams are going to start to make their way out onto the floor soon. Here is Team Lebanon out here already. At halftime, it's the Philippines 41 leading Lebanon 37. Lebanon will be hoping to continue their momentum here in this second half. Archer leading the way with 16 points, 8 rebounds. Fayad with the 2 assists. How do they keep the good run going, Laurie?
Well, I think it starts at the defensive end. You know, on my notes here, I've got continued defensive intensity because I think that's where it all started for them. They got some good stops, got a bit of a run on. I thought Philippines has done a good job of not allowing them any fast break points, or not too many. But they need to make sure defensively they frustrate the Philippines, frustrate them and come up with some stops, and then are able to push the ball and create something for themselves offensively.
Archer and Atil coming together to chat over a few things. They'd love to get Rebecca Atil a bit more involved. She's been just smothered every time she's even attempted to go to the basket, Laurie.
Well, it's been a great matchup between her and De Jesus. You know, wearing each other like a glove, that knowing how influential both players are on each team. But Ahil's come in with a good attitude, at least, that she's, you know, if she's not scoring, she's still trying to create. She had some great drives to the basket, just you know, physical, and we know how tough she is out there, but she's a real leader of this team. She is the barometer of this team, and you know, they need her and Archer to really be combining. Elias has been fairly quiet so far this game. You know, they could look to get her a bit more involved. She's only got the 2 points. But that's because Archer's been playing so well, and you know, they need Archer out there.
A big game for these two teams. This will determine who finishes third place in Group B. We know Australia topped the group with a win over Japan yesterday. Japan have finished second, so Australia go directly through to the semi-finals. Japan will wait and see who their opponent is. And the loser of this game sets themselves up, unfortunately, for a 7th versus 8th battle, and the 8th place team will be relegated to Division B. So both teams will want to be avoiding. They want to keep their place in, and also the World Cup qualifying.
Yes,
factor, Laurie,
exactly.
too.
Well, that's it. The top 6 teams get to go to the qualifying tournament. The top of the winner of this team gets an automatic qualification into the Women's World Cup, but the other 5 teams get to go to the qualifying tournament. So it's something that the Philippines have never been before, so that's certainly been a goal of theirs in this tournament, is to finish in those top 6 positions so that they do qualify for a spot in one of those qualifying tournaments.
And also the fact they're hosting the next FIBA Women's Asia Cup as well, so they'd love to perform well with a big stage for them to perform on there. See Animam leading all the key stats for the team: 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. No surprise to see her leading the way. Like we said, she had a great start, was a bit quiet, so we need to identify a few things to get her back into the game for the Philippines. But they've got bigger problems. They're probably got to look at containing the likes of Archer, who's been dominant, and a few times they've been caught out with her being all alone. So she seems to be the one that's going to get Lebanon back in the game, and the Philippines need to stop her.
Well, they do. They needed to. I'm sure they will have talked about that high pick and roll defense where they go out and double team it. And the thing is that Archer's a very smart player, so she recognizes that that's happening. And before the screen is actually set and they're trying to start doubling, she's slipping to the basket and being wide open. So I'm sure they'll have talked about that. But the other thing is, too, not only the defense on Archer, but they have to stop fouling. The Lebanon have 13 points just from the foul line right now alone. So, you know, when it's a 4-point game, that's a massive difference.
I'd love to also get De Jesus back involved. She had a really good start to the game. She was really intense, both offensive. She showed really good intent, offensively and defensively. Back out there now. You'd love to, if you're a Philippines fan, see her in rhythm.
Yeah, well, hopefully that, you know, halftime, coaches talk, exactly what you want to do, a little bit of a pep up that, you know, that's really important, the start of the third, to come out and, again, they want to assert their authority, the Philippines, like they did in the start of the game. And equally for Lebanon, they just want to shut this margin down straight away and see where it takes them.
A 4-point margin at the moment, of course. Coming up next, it's Korea up against Indonesia before China takes on New Zealand to round out the group games here at the FIBA Women's Asia Cup for 2025 here in Shenzhen. It's been an excellent tournament so far. These two teams want to keep continuing to be involved. They don't want to finish at the bottom of their group. They want to finish third, get their way through to the qualifying tournaments, breathe a bit of a sigh of relief.
Well, there's a lot riding on this game, because whilst finishing 4th doesn't mean you're automatically relegated, but then you have the pressure of playing the 4th place team from Pool A, and that's when the pressure mounts up, because it's do or die then. Either you're going to stay in Division A, which everybody works so hard to do, or you're relegated to Division B and have to work your way up again, win Division B before you get a chance at Division A again.
You can get the Courtside 1891 app, where you can watch live streams, extended highlights, and stay up to date with the world of international basketball. Both teams now making their way out onto the floor. Lebanon have gone with their starting lineup, as have the Philippines. So both teams signaling their intents early on in the second half. We'll see what they can produce here in Shenzhen. Who will finish third in the group and avoid a relegation battle? Welcome back to Shenzhen in China. It is the Philippines 41 leading Lebanon 37 as we commence the second half. Sarada gets it to Panganiban. Can't get the desired start. The Lebanese captain. 5 points for the game, all from the free throw line. Kicks it to Mansour. She had a lovely corner three to end the first half. Archer, we're talking about her. She's been electric. Lebanon get another opportunity. Really can't find an option here, just has to dump it to Elias. And then Fayyad. Another Lebanon call. Foul goes their way. Block out there from Sarada. A bit too aggressive. The Philippines have to defend again. And another foul. It's exactly.
Well, that's certainly not the way the Philippines want to stop 2 fouls straight away in the first minute of the game.
It's exactly what you were talking about, Laurie. They've got to stop fouling. De Jesus to Panganiban.
A lot of standing around right now. Players got to move.
Azar standing at the corner. Animam. Philippines ball.
You have to love on every whistle on out of bounds, all the players point the way they think their team should go. I don't know. Have you ever seen a referee change their mind because of the players doing that?
De Jesus.
They're in a zone, Lebanon, 2-3 zone. It's got to be some good ball movement inside out, or
Animam was strong. And now Lebanon commit their first foul through Archer. Boxing out on both occasions.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a technical foul as well for Patrick Aquino. So it's starting to unravel a little bit here. Referees have come out with a bit of intent as well. A'il will walk the court for a free throw.
Animam calls her group together to have a chat to them while this free throw by A'il is taking place.
First point of the quarter. 2 fouls for Archer. Panganiban. Can't get it in. Philippines really struggling at the moment.
There's just not a lot of movement. They're not screening. They're not getting each other open. They need something to spark them, and Lebanon's doing a great job defensively. See if they can convert offensively now.
A'il. Mansour. And a travel call. So a bit of stop-start to start this third term. A few fouls, a few travels, a few technical fouls. We've had it all.
Panganiban did a great job there. She wanted to go right. Mansour wanted to go right. She took that away from her.
De Jesus from the corner. That's better.
Much better movement, more screens, using the screens, ball reversal.
And a good player to get motivated. A'il,
What an
equally
answer!
so.
What an answer from A'il. That's what you want from your captain.
Margin back to 3, and now the pace of the game picks up some momentum. Lebanon get the call once again, an offensive foul. Philippines, another foul, 3 already, and 3 for Animam, crucially too.
Philippines really need to refocus and not let the referee calls get in their head or bother them.
Mansour glides in, make that look easy.
Isn't momentum a wonderful thing? And you can feel right now that Lebanon just have it all.
Doing their own defense chant on there on the bench. Elias, Mansour.
See, taking her right hand away, taking the use of the on ball away.
Can Lebanon take the lead here? A'il, an excellent spin, and now she's getting into the groove. Lebanon in front.
That's exactly what she looked like in game 1 when she had that massive scoring output.
Sarada. Philippines just opting for the 3 at the moment. Lebanon trying to find the best option once again. Archer, she attempts from long range. She has the hot hand, why not? Panganiban steps in. That's no good. Great play from A'il here. A nice roll. And heads to the basket. And the bench. They've provided great energy this game. They get up and about. There's a timeout on the floor. Patrick Aquino has got some things to chat through. 6:25 remaining. His team down for the first time since the first quarter, 45-44. I think he's got a lot of thinking to do here, Laurie.
Well, he does. It's thinking. He really just needs to get them going. They need to have some energy out there. They're really struggling just with, you know, the momentum swing. Hopefully a timeout will be what they need to refocus, get them on track again, defensively, offensively, get their hands out defensively, don't send them to the foul line. But just offensively, right now, it's coming down the floor, one pass and a shot's going up, and they're not getting any offensive rebounds. So they're all of a sudden back playing defense pretty quickly. If they're in a zone, or they've mixed up zone and man-to-man, make the defense shift around. Often you'll get that same pass later on after you've made them play 18, 20 seconds of defense.
Rebecca A'il on the screen. She's got on the move, up to double digits now, 11 points and 3 rebounds, the Lebanese captain. Here is the Philippines captain, Jack Animam. Panganiban rises on top of the defense, and that's a better look.
She just saw a real gap in the center of the zone there, took advantage of that nice little floater.
10 points for Panganiban. A'il. Offensive foul. Another for Archer?
Yeah,
Yes.
on that screen, just might have moved her hips a little bit on that screen. Just have a look here. Yep, just a good call by the referees.
So that's her 3rd foul. So her and Animam both on 3. It's going to make things interesting in the run home. Panganiban. A'il. Fayad manages to control the long pass. Elias has to go herself. Animam, another rebound. Up to a double-double already, Jack Animam. 10 points, 11 rebounds. De Jesus, that one short. Again, they don't go inboard, they shoot from the 3. A'il. Archer. Easy as you like. Her first points of this quarter. Panganiban, desperate shot.
The Philippines are their own worst enemy right now. The shot selections that they're taking just aren't helping them at all.
A'el. Panganiban secures the rebound. Has to get on the move. Ozar swatted away from her. And Patrick Aquino is going to clear out his bench, get him onto the floor, see what they can produce. Sungapong, Castillo, De La Rosa, Pastrana. Only Adamam remains out there. De Jesus, Serrata, Panganiban, and Ozar all take a seat. Pastrana, she's loved that range all game. This time it rattles out. That's what he brought her in to do, Patrick Aquino. Fayad. Archer again, the same spot, not the same result. Pastrana holds onto the rebound. And she brings some pace into this game, although A'el there once again.
You can see that A'el all of a sudden has that energy back. You can see it in her eyes, you can see it in her movement.
She's picked up her offensive and defensive intensity. Sugapong. Animam. Still can't break her scoring deadlock. Hasn't scored since the first quarter. A'el, she has been prolific. Doesn't get the finish this time. Castillo loves a triple. Sugapong with the rebound and the putback.
Well, they're lucky for that because that was another wayward three that went really early, and at least they got a rebound.
8 points now for Sugapong. Again, another foul from the Philippines.
You're guarding A'el, and she's got the ball, and she's such a great ball handler. You want to step up. She's a good finisher all the way when she goes downhill. Make her pull up or do something different. But right now they're playing so close to her and then fouling her when she's trying to get by them.
Fourth team foul for the Philippines. Raful and Nassan and Galib all back out onto the floor. A'el and Archer remain out there as the starters. A'el. De La Rosa. Sugapong, can she go back to back? Gets swatted away from Animam. They knew exactly where Sugapong was going to go. Galib. Oh, De La Rosa sends it back all the way to the Philippines.
See if that brings a little bit of an energy and excitement to her teammates.
Get that out of here.
Oh, she got up in the air.
Galib. Nassan. So 2 shots
Bonus
to come.
situation, yeah, bonus. 2 shots.
And Nassan really has been excellent in getting to the free throw line. This is her 4th time here. She's made 4 from 6 at the line. That's where all her 4 points for the game have come from. A'el now takes a break. Mansour on the floor.
De Jesus has come back on. She really needs to assert herself in these last 3 minutes of this quarter.
This time she goes 2 from 2 at the line. Megan Nassan. Lebanon back in front. 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd term. Pastrana. Animam. Up a bit higher. Then finds Sugapong a bit lower.
Really great action there. Good recognition from Anaman of her cutting teammate.
An offensive foul. This is how the game starts to turn. 4th foul for Jillian Archer.
Wow, that's a big call.
She's gonna head off. Elias returns out on the floor. Archer's got the 18 points and 9 rebounds. She's been by far Lebanon's most damaging player out there on the floor. Hassan spots it away from De La Rosa.
Well, the Philippines' eyes should light up with Archer on the bench with 4 fouls, and they should really try and take advantage of that because she's been instrumental in this scoreline, offensively and defensively.
Sugapong. She's provided a nice little spark, just couldn't finish it off. And saw a long range pass to Galeb. Timed that beautifully. Her first points of the game, and what a time to make them. De La Rosa, tough finish.
Did a great job of holding her seal, demanding the ball. Sugapong saw her inside.
Elias tries her luck from long range. Galeb, great hustle underneath the rim.
What good minutes from Galeb coming on. Good position on those O boards and a nice finish.
Gets her team back in front. It's back and forth baskets here. So many lead changes in this 3rd term. And now Lebanon, can they take a bit of ascendancy here? Galeb can't get 3 in a row. Mansour, another offensive rebound. Elias couldn't hold on to it. Minute 29 left. Panganiban will return to the floor for the Philippines and replace Pastrana. Hassan. Mansour. Shot clock down to 2. Amar Mansour. Couldn't get the shot up in time. Players out there disputing everything.
Well, I mean,
so
it
important.
is. Well, it's 53-52. It's a 1-point ball game. There's just over 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Yes, every possession matters.
I think there will be a coach's challenge from Lebanon.
Okay, echo challenge. Echo challenge for our band. Thanks.
Let's see what the referees have to say.
Okay, we are going to the review which team crossed our band. Okay. Normal speed. Okay, wet, 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 still wet, 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 white, okay. White, 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 go, 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 go. Still right, white, touch of our band, yeah. That's, white our band, so, red ball, okay. After review, ball is receives the red ball. 14 shot clock. Red ball.
Well, that challenge was successful. It overturned the call. It now becomes Lebanon's ball. One of the rules, though, is that whether the challenge is right or wrong, you only get 1 challenge a game. So that will be the last challenge that Coach Paul Kofter gets.
A chance here for Lebanon. Can they capitalize on it? Mansour glides all the way through. Tries to get another offensive rebound. And again, Lebanon will get the ball. 3.1 seconds on the shot clock. There's communication out there, the players know it. Oh, but it gets swatted away from Panganiban, blitzing up the floor with 1 more to come.
Well, that's gotta lift her team. A steal use her jets to get in front of her player. Strong take to the basket, as we can see here. Didn't take a backward step, and now an and one.
So quick, she flew down the floor.
More importantly, puts Philippines back in front.
Can she convert the three-point play? Naomi Panganaban, the 19-year-old, a crucial free throw. Under a minute left now. Philippines leading this one by 2. Elias steps in. Bit of miscommunication there. Sugapong. Can she break the deadlock? Anima. Haven't seen her scoring much since the first. Lebanon wanted a travel call instead. It was a foul. 55 apiece, 35 seconds left in the third term. It'll be 2 shots for Jack Animam. Rebecca Atul back out there. Both teams now in the bonus. Lebanon have now given Anamam a chance to get her offensive game back on song, but she's got to make the next free throw to do that.
Anaman's the type of player where you need to get her the ball in a position where she can catch it and turn and score. She can't put it on the ground. Lebanon are doing a great job of doubling.
De Jesus steals it away, puts up the shot on the bottom. Oh! The referees call for calm on the Lebanon bench. They get the ball back with 27 seconds left.
Do both teams realize we have another quarter to play? Oh my goodness.
Energy out there is huge. What a thrilling finish we have coming up for you. Uh-oh. Wants the last shot of the quarter. Gallup dumps it to Elias. That's a great finish.
Really good positioning by Elias. She's got the last couple of baskets when she's come on the floor, replacing Archer.
Great hands for it to Beam, but this time it falls short from De Jesus, and Lebanon regain the lead and set up a thrilling finish here in Shenzhen. At the end of the third quarter, it's Lebanon 57, leading the Philippines 55. Well, Lebanon were able to keep their momentum rolling on the other side of the halftime break. Their three-point percentage still isn't great, but they're still looking for great inside looks and just beating the Philippines inside.
Well, neither team are shooting the three ball well. I think that Lebanon are doing a much better job of getting their feet in the paint and putting pressure. The Philippines just can't contain, and they really just need to take half a step off, but it's going to be a crazy last quarter. Ahil, I feel like she's found her rhythm, she's found her leadership, she's found her mojo, and she'll be really instrumental in this last quarter and leading this team. She's just so tough when she puts it to the floor and has her eyes up on the target. Archer, well, 4 fouls. I don't think it'll be long before we see her, maybe even at the start of the quarter, but certainly I don't think she'll sit for that long, because she has, with her athleticism, her strength, her smarts, she is leading this group, and she needs to be back on the court. 18 points, 9 rebounds, very close to a double-double, so I don't think it'll be long before we see her back on the court.
Crucial time here for the Philippines. They don't want to be the ones to finish last in their group. They're really set on trying to make that World Cup qualifying tournament for the first time. They're hosting the next Asia Cup. There's a lot on the line for this team, and 10 minutes for it all to play out.
And we have to remember, for Lebanon, this is the first time they've gone in back-to-back. So they survived in 2023. They're here again. They want to continue and stay in Division A. So this would be historic for them as well if they could finish in the top 6 or 7.
So all ready to resume the fourth quarter, or begin the fourth quarter, I should say, here in Shenzhen. Double-double for Jack Anamam. They're going to need her to continue performing. 13 points, 10 rebounds. Tip-off here in the fourth. It's Lebanon leading this one by 2. Winner finishes third in the group, survives the relegation game, books their ticket to a World Cup qualifying tournament. The loser, they have to go to that relegation game and play off against the bottom team from Group A. And the loser of that game will head to Division B. This is high-stakes basketball.
It certainly is.
And the fouls have crept into this game for both teams. Garland now up to 3. Both teams finished the third term in the bonus. Panganiban, she's provided a real spark out there. De La Rosa. Again, another foul called. Philippines, another opportunity here.
Lebanon in a 2-3 zone on this baseline out of bounds play.
De Jesus, I'd love her to find the spark that she had in the first term. Shot clock ticking down. It rolls in for Sugapong. Straight away, scores back level. Nassan to Elias. Trouble call, caught in 2 minds, then Elias.
Oh, that little shot fake was a little too much, and she dragged her pivot foot while she was thinking about going to the basket. She's been good, though. She's been a good replacement while Archer's had to sit on the bench.
De Jesus puts the foot on the pedal. Panganiban couldn't get it done in the face of Ael. Mansour off and running, has nobody up ahead of her, gets collides into the Philippines defense. Sugapong might go all the way, can't get her own rebound. De Jesus there to mop up. Ozar for 3. Lebanon get away with it, although Panganiban gets it to De Jesus on the putback.
Wow, that should give them some energy. That was perseverance personified for the Philippines.
Kino screaming, who wants it, who wants it? Mansour, back up after that heavy hit. Elias. Shot fell short. She might get it back here. Zena Elias persisted with it and did well. Finds Mansour open.
It is frantic out there.
And another travel call. Lebanon not misfiring with their feet.
Well, it's just the pressure that the Philippines are putting on them right now.
Come out with intent. Animam not out there at the moment too, which is a bonus for the Philippines if they can keep her fresh and ready to attack if they're in the lead. De La Rosa extends it. First 3 baskets of the quarter to the Philippines.
Again, like Elias on there for Archer, I think that De La Rosa's done a good job coming in there and being support for Anaman.
It earns herself 2 shots. A strong drive through the paint. That's what we know she can do.
And she's a good foul shooter.
11.6 from 7 from the line tonight. We've jinxed it, and we're
Oops.
sorry.
Sorry.
We didn't beat it. Also with the 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Gets the second free throw to go.
And there we go. 3 minutes gone, 7 minutes left, and Archer has come back in.
4 fouls for Jillian Archer. 18 points and 9 rebounds. De Jesus Nassan. Excellent defense.
I don't mind that from De Jesus, though. At least it shows she's an aggressive mindset and that she's wanting to try and score, but The ball is in Adel's hands right now, which is always a good option.
Elias can't get the rebound. Archer, that's what she's there for.
I don't think it'll be long before we see Anaman back on the court.
You can see her running to the court now, actually, to come back on.
See, again, that's not a great shot because the defense hasn't shifted. She dribbled the ball up the court and took the shot.
Confirmed double-double now for Archer. 20 points and 10 rebounds. Elias falls in her hands and falls into the bucket. Timeout onto the floor. Elias with the 8 points. Lebanon back in front after the Philippines scored the first 3 baskets of the game. Elias glided in. And it continues to be basket for basket here, Laurie.
Well, it does, and as that clock ticks down, 6.5 minutes to go right now, it's going to become even more pressure-packed. And both teams, it's who can now hold their nerves. You know, they want to still push the ball, be poised under the pressure that both teams are going to exert on each other. So I think right now I'd have to say Lebanon with Archer coming back in probably will have the edge because she's been so influential, but Anaman's coming back in too, so it's going to be a good battle. Interesting to see if they leave Archer and Elias on the court at the same time, because that's the way they start the game.
Elias has been good in her minutes, like you mentioned, 18 minutes for 8 points and 4 rebounds. She had to sit for a bit, was struggling to get into the game, and then once Archer got into a bit of foul trouble, she stepped up.
She did, and I thought she's been presenting really well, holding her seals deep under the basket. And once she's gotten that position, as I say, she's held them, she's demanded the ball, she's got it and turned and able to score quite easily.
20 points and 10 rebounds for Julia Archer. 9 from 14 from the field. Lebanon, most importantly for her, in front by 1 point. All on the line here for a 3rd place finish in the group. Book their ticket to a World Cup qualifying tournament and avoid the relegation game. Jack Gunningham back on the court and back in the scoring.
Well, we saw instant impact from Archer, and now we see equally instant impact from Anaman on the court.
It's exactly what the Philippines would have needed. Patrick Aquino loves it.
Who would want to be a coach right now?
You guys are crazy. Animam hasn't been her night from the line. Luckily, De Jesus gets it back for her sake. Sugapong to De La Rosa. Samaya Sugapong.
3 seconds, the shot got to go up.
Animam gets it off in time. She knows Archer can't really touch her with the 4 fouls. So she's getting to work. Elias. Fayad. Nassan doesn't take the shot. Hands it back to the veteran in Fayad. It'll be a Philippines ball. That's the cost of a challenge. They're all calling for it the other way. Paul Kofter's already used his. 5.5 minutes remaining in this game. It is all to play for here. De Jesus. De La Rosa from the corner sets her feet. Panganiban active on the rebounds. She has had an excellent tournament. Sugapong has as well. That time the shot fell short. Now Lebanon can take advantage through their captain, Ael. She's known to hit clutch shots. What can Archer do with it here? Animan was a brick wall. She's never getting through.
That was a good stop by the Philippines. They came across on that split line, helped out on Archer driving. She was met with a brick wall.
Fayad will take a seat and Galib comes back on the floor. Hung and Iban just trying to push the pace. Ael reaches in. Really smart by Pung and Iban.
Well, really smart. 19-year-old up against the veteran of 32-year-old Ail, and was really smart by going along and not just going beside her, but then getting in front of her. And really, Ail had nothing she could do but foul.
Animam. Panganiban, again using that speed and that pull-up. De La Rosa, strong hands under the rim. Fires it back out to Sugapong. Nassan, active hands. Did everything but keep it in. 8 seconds here on the shot clock. 3-point margin between these two teams. Every possession matters. De Jesus catches it in the air. Then gets it back from Sugapong. A long three, De Jesus. Ail. Can she draw things level here? Nassan thought about the three. Now needs some assistance from Elias. It gets taken away from her by Animam. Sugapong. De Jesus steps into the three. Hasn't been working for them all game. The two has, and De La Rosa. Gives the Philippines a bit of breathing room.
It's a great combination with De La Rosa and Animan on the court at the same time. It just gives them a different dimension out there for their rebounds. And it's something that I'm sure Paul Kofta will be talking about in this timeout.
Bit of momentum here for the Philippines. They now lead at 67-62. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Paul Kofta needs to talk things over. Julian Archer at the moment handicapped a bit on those 4 fouls. He'd love to be able to turn to her. And Rebecca Ail, she's trying her heart out as well.
Well, I think he should try and this might be what he's talking about, we can only guess, but that high pick and roll with Archer and Ail coming off of it, the defense really has to make a decision. Now, we knew they were doubling in the first half, and Archer was really smart and was diving to the basket and getting a wide open look, so they might want to look at that. Those two have a really good connection. And at the other end, the Philippines, well, I think they need to make sure that they keep moving the ball, not just taking the first 3-point shot that's out there for them, but you know, work it around a little bit and have a look inside to your two big side presence.
4 minutes remaining in this game. The winner finishes third in Group B. Australia undefeated in first place. Japan second. Let's see how Lebanon respond out of their timeout. Elias to Nassan. Has to get it over. Just does in the end. Ail loses it. Gets it to Elias. Good finish. Good settler. Following 3 straight baskets from the Philippines.
You can see how they're taking away that right hand. They're what we call icing it, where they're forcing her away from the screen.
Sugapong couldn't make the tough shot. De Jesus, they'll get it back. Sugapong this time from long range. Philippines probably have to look more inboard, just like Lebanon's doing. Galeb.
That's a great fast break. Good steal. Brings it back to a 1-point game with 3 minutes to go.
Galeb's been instrumental in her minutes. 6 points now for the game. What does Panganiban have in store for us? Animam, De La Rosa, good action by the Bigs.
Great job, high-low action. We talked about how those two are making a good combination out there, and that was exactly what happened.
Double-digit points now for De La Rosa. Philippines back in front. A seesawing contest here. Nassan. Archer is jumping in the background, calling for it. It doesn't find a way there. Sugapong got fouled.
Almost looks like it could have, I was just going to say, unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. The referees have had quite an eventful game.
Haven't they ever? But it was really right in front of the referees. You just see her grabbing her, not making any attempt at the ball, and that's what unsportsmanlike is. Now the challenge will be to make some foul shots for the Philippines.
Absolutely right. Sugapong with a big opportunity here. Now up to 13 points for the game. The 19-year-old, along with Panganiban and the other 19-year-old, two of the team's top scorers. Unbelievable effort from those two.
Still a long time left in this game for Lebanon to come back. 5-point margin.
Panganiban to inbound from the sideline now. De Jesus. Oh, and an offensive foul now called. Just when you thought the momentum was heading towards the Philippines, an opportunity here for Lebanon.
Well, it was the right idea, setting a screen at the bottom of the zone there, or the one-on-one defense, and trying to get her teammate open in the corner.
Both coaches screaming on the sidelines. Desperation out there at the moment. Garlem's going to come off after that unsportsmanlike foul, and Mansour is going to resume her place on the court.
It's really important. All the players on the court are aware of the clock and the score. What you need. Do you need a 2? Do you need a 3?
2 minutes remaining. 71 plays 66. AL. It's tapped away, but Archer retains it and then goes up. Fouled. 2 shots to come for Jillian Archer. What a game this has been. De La Rosa, her 5th foul. She has to come off now. How much could that change the game? 10 points and 5 rebounds. She's had some really good minutes today.
She has, and like I say, we haven't seen a lot of her and Anaman together at the same time, but that's been a good combination for them.
Sarada comes back onto the floor in her place.
Big shoes to fill for Sarada.
Big free throws here for Archer.
Big free throws. I wasn't going to say anything.
Sorry, hopefully it's okay. She makes the first one. Not often you pump your fists at free throws, but that's just how much they mean.
Now back to a 4-point game.
A hush around the arena. Both free throws are successful for Archer. She's been huge in this game. How do the Philippines respond now? Still remaining in the lead. They've outscored Lebanon 16-11 in this quarter. Can they hold on? De Jesus. Trying to find Animam. Desperation to Panganiban.
Oh.
And now a big chance for Lebanon. It's in the right hands of AL. And she was fouled on the approach.
Sideline ball, though. They're not in the bonus situation yet, so that brings them up to 4. Next foul will send Lebanon to the line. Both teams in the bonus situation. Minute 22 to go. 3-point game.
Elias to AL. Mansour. Back to her captain. She stood up so many times on this stage. What can she do here? She'll head to the line. Another strong drive from Rebecca AL. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. These are some of the most important free throws of her life.
Well, these two teams might be playing for 3rd and 4th, but it feels like they're playing for a gold medal right now.
Every possession, every shot, all the bench is up and about and speaking. It's high-stakes basketball, and she goes 1 from 2 at the line. Uncharacteristic there from AL. It's a 2-point game. The clock ticks down now to a minute. Who will it be, the Philippines or Lebanon, finishing in third? Getting the crucial win here today. Animam manages to collect an excellent desperation again from the Philippines captain, Sugapong. Can't step up. What a chance here for Lebanon. Can they tie it or can they go in the lead? They want to use up the shot clock. Archer, a great person to go to in this situation. She gets fouled as well.
Oh, well.
Wow.
She's got 2 shots to tie it up. No doubt if she does do that, Patrick Aquino will quickly call a timeout with 29 seconds left on the clock. If she misses one of these, what a crucial blockout it'll be for she misses that second shot.
Animam up to 4 fouls. She's just putting it all on the line. First one goes down for Archer. She has been immense in this game. The second one does miss. The Philippines get the rebound. 3-second difference or just about between shot clock and game clock. The Philippines lead this one by a point. Mansour, desperation. The ball, it's a 50-50. Sugapong dove on it. The 19-year-old to the other 19-year-old in Panganiban. She has to go forward. She gets fouled. Oh, the Philippines, they breathe a sigh of relief. Panganiban gets to the line with 8.3 seconds left. Her team leading by a point.
So many scenarios left in this situation still, and Paul Kofter's called a timeout just to go through those different scenarios out there. Philippines have a 1-point lead, so if she makes both, then they'll have 8.3 seconds to come down and they'll have to get a 3. And it'll be up to the Philippines to deny the 3. They could take a layup. If she only makes 1, well, then it's only a 2-point play and the Philippines have to come back and again cut off any 3-point options there. Don't foul on the shooters. So many
the
different
key for
things.
the game, hasn't it? Just don't foul.
Neither team have any fouls to give.
You can see how close it has been for the whole game between these two teams. It is all on the line. We'll run through the scenarios again. The winner finishes third in Group B. They booked their ticket to a pre-World Cup qualifying tournament. They also escaped that relegation game where the 4th place finish in the group will play the 4th place finisher in Group A. The loser of that game gets relegated to Division B. But there's 8.3 seconds left in this game to contend with. It's a 1-point margin.
Well, 8.3 seconds is a long time.
Absolutely.
If she, no matter whether she makes 2 or 3 or doesn't make anything. And you can guarantee the ball will be in Ahil's hands, and whether she creates for herself or creates for, say, Archer, it'll be in her hands.
What a moment, though, for the 19-year-old Naomi Panganiban to try and step up and ice the game for her team. She's been immense with 13 points and 4 rebounds, 3 assists to boot as well. A great tournament from her. These
We might find
huge free throws.
ourselves in a first overtime game.
Wow.
Julia?
What a situation that would be. Wouldn't surprise us from how close this game's been all day. First one is made.
Looks
2-point
good.
lead.
Looked good off the hand. If she makes this one, Paul Kofter, I think, has a timeout left that he'll be able to still use.
And she does.
And he does. So now the scenario is very, very clear. He will advance the ball. They will have 8.3 seconds to run a play and get a 3-point shot. So they'll be drawing that up. Lebanon, they'll be talking about the screen, who they want the ball in the hands. For the Philippines, it's about denying everything at that three-point line. So just switch aggressively anything. Let them have a two-point shot, let them have a layup, but do not let them have a three-point shot. And do not foul any shots that go up either. So, I mean, really, you have to say destiny is into the Philippines' hands right now, because that's tough. However, having said that, I mean, many coaches, many teams have drawn up plays where they've shot a three with 8.3 seconds to go.
We know Rebecca Atler's got a bit of a habit of beating the buzzer with three-point shots in Asia Cup. So, like you said, you sense it could be in her hands to try and level this game back up.
Oh, well, I have no doubt it'll be in her hands because of the nature of her game, her ball handling ability, her scoring ability, and just her leadership and her experience. I mean, she's been to the many Asia Cups. She's been in this situation. She loves representing her country.
How about the poise from Panganiban there, just to ice those two free throws as well. Pastrana feeling it on the bench.
It's got to be a lot of talk here from the Philippines.
Here we go, 8.3 seconds. Can Lebanon tie the scores? Can we go to overtime? Or can the Philippines hold on? All to play for here in Shenzhen. This is what we love about basketball. Mansour has to get it in. Ail trapped in the corner. Elias goes for the two. It falls well shot. And the Philippines hold on!
Oh, there was a wide open shooter available, but the Philippines are ecstatic. Look at them jumping around. They have reached their goal of qualifying for a qualifying tournament.
Feels like they won the gold medal, but the final score here is the Philippines 73, defeating Lebanon 70, and let the celebrations begin for the Philippines. They secure a third-place finish in the group. They go through to, as you mentioned, the World Cup qualifying tournament, and some great momentum heading into the 2027 FIBA Women's Asia Cup, where the Philippines will host it.
Wow, I mean, that's exactly what they want. That was a heart-stopping game. 73-70, it was back and forth all game. Lebanon fought bravely. At one point we thought they were going to skip ahead, and then the Philippines responded. Unbelievable game of basketball, and congratulations to the Philippines.
Commiserations to Lebanon. You can see the heartbreak on their face. They did so well, and the Philippines, if it wasn't for that first quarter where they got out to a sizable lead, Lebanon really took it to them for 3 quarters. They should hold their heads high, although it's going to be tough going up against the 4th place team in Group A for a relegation game. The emotions of the Philippines, though, they just been great to see all tournament. They break through for their first win. They came up so close against Japan in that last game. They've kept the momentum going from that game. Jack Adamam, she has been inspirational. No surprise to see her addressing the team. They get to continue on in this tournament. They thank the fans in the stadium. They thank each other. And we thank them for an entertaining spectacle of basketball here in Shenzhen. It's been exciting to watch all tournament, and the stats show that it was so close. Everything, really, besides the free throws, was really close.
Well, neither team shot the ball well, but that doesn't matter when you're coming out and you're playing and you're doing everything you can to win. You find a way. If you're not shooting it well, you get yourself, you have rebounds, I'm just watching the excitement of the team, and well, for them it is historic. They've never qualified for a pre-qualifying tournament and give themselves a chance, and knowing that they're hosting the next Asia Cup, that's really fantastic for all of them.
So Animam wins the player of the game, top scoring there with 15 points and 16 rebounds. She was immense for her team. But the Philippines, we weren't sure if they were going to do it, if they were going to hold on. But they came through in the 4th quarter. They outscored Lebanon 18 points to 13. They battled through Lebanon. They applied great pressure. They did everything to try and get the win, but just wasn't to be here today.
Well, I agree. At one point, I thought it looked like the Philippines were really down on confidence, and Lebanon were up in confidence. They looked like they were running well. They were putting pressure on defense. They just had that pep in their step, and I thought the Philippines, you know, just took a couple of real heroic plays, a little steal, diving on the ball, a loose ball, for them to all of a sudden go, yeah, we're back in this game. And from then, for that last couple of minutes, it was just back and forth, and wow.
We get to take a breath after that frantic finish. It was Panganiban in the end who was clutch with the free throws to give the Philippines a 3-point lead, and this is what it means to them. They win their first game of the tournament. They secure a third-place finish in Group B. It'll be great to see how they go for the rest of the tournament. So here's how it finishes in Group B. Australia 1, Japan 2, the Philippines 3, Lebanon 4. Can't wait to see how all 4 of those teams continue to respond in this tournament. Lebanon, they've got it all to play for, up against the 4th-place finisher in Group A now. We thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed that contest as much as we did, and we're going to see you very shortly for the next game of the day, Korea taking on Indonesia before China takes on New Zealand.